Hello, anybody, somebody, nobody, whoever may never see this. This is Siegfried Alexander Faust, the Whiff. Come back at you with some more Warhammer 40k. This is not going to be a revamped Necrons army. This is a whole different one. This is the Silvertide. I've played this before. I've both won and lost one game with it, and that was way before it got even better. So for this list, it's going to be 2K, 4 CP battalion. You're going to have 4 20-man Necron warrior blobs, 3 9-man Scarab swarm blobs, one 3-man squad of canoptic spiders, and one of them is going to have the fabricator and is it you? Fabricator and gloom prism, um, and overlord with orb of eternity and thrall of the silent king, and a technomancer, with the cloak. And this is going to be custom for Relentless Expansionists to the surprise of no one. So at the start of your first battle round, before their first turn begins, units with code can make a normal move of up to 6 inches. That's going to be everyone. And then Eternal Conquerors, units with this code have, again, to the surprise of no one, Objective Security ability. If a model in the unit already has this, that model counts as one additional model when determining control of the objective marker. So your Scarab Swarms, these little fuckers that have fly, 10 inches, they're going to be moving at 6 inches, and then they're going to be moving 10 inches, and then you can advance them 1 to 6 inches if you want. So they're going to get into midfield, to start holding down those different objectives. And it's quite nutty because, again, they have objective secured. And then the Necron Warrior blobs, these 20, 20, 20, 20, these 80 Necrons count as 160 in regards to holding things. The Canoptic Spiders will revive Scarab Swarms. You have each Scarab Swarm nearby the spider in some degree, then they get to revive one from each unit. So that's a total of 12 wounds revived. And then, was it the Technomancer can revive D3 Necron Warriors, from any squad as long as he's nearby, which he's going to be nearby one of them, you know. The Reanimators are going to buff your 2 frontmost squads, probably, which are going to both act as a shield wall and, just, keeping your enemy out. And as long as you can try to hide them behind obscuring, because, again, your opponent, if they're not going to be a dingus, hopefully, they're going to target them. So as long as you're able to make a little daisy chain out to them, then you're going to be able to keep them safe and give your Necron Warriors revive on 4. So they revive on a d6 on a 4-up, so 4, 5, and 6, and they reroll 1s. And because of the changes, every turn you're going to do Undying Legion. You're just going to keep that set aside so you can just constantly have the reroll 1 dice. So that means 2s and 3s, you can reroll one of those as well. And this is a really dumb list. This isn't fun. It's funny because it lacks firepower. It lacks damage output because it doesn't. You don't really interact with your opponent for the most part. You can kill something if you like. You just do secondaries, primaries and secondaries, and you win. You don't actually interact with your opponent at all. It is bad usually for you to interact with your opponent. Don't worry about killing anything. You just sit there and win. And it does it. You will win against some lists that just can't shrug all this because this is a lot to effing deal with. Like the 9-man blob, that's 36 wounds of scarab they have to chew through, and then after that, so let's say at least the other Necron list, you like risk it, you're risky, and you fight. This is just dumb. Okay. So get rid of these. So let's say you lose all but one. Okay. 3 come back. So if I do that, if they just throw a ton, like something insane, I don't know. The thing is with scarabs is they're a little deceptive. Something hits them hard for a lot of shots, they have a better chance of revive. So if like a knight, an Imperial Chaos Knight, targets them with all their weapons, that's actually great for them. They don't want to be hit a little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. But ironically, if your opponent just does that, that gives you a better chance for them to kind of survive as long as you have the spiders. And the spiders are able to heal themselves. So as long as you don't get rid of this one, the other's going to heal them. and it'll just kind of stick around. And that's literally it. You just hang out. You win via secondaries and primaries. You don't fight. You don't do cool things. You don't have cool models. You just sit there, hanging out, protect your overlord so they can keep Undying Legion and slowly win. That's it. Uh, you don't get benefits against mortals though. Mortals is the big spooky against this army. Uh, yeah, if you're going against mortals, you're gonna have problems. Besides that, I'd still keep it as Undying Legions, even against like Thousand Suns and other stuff, because you still might be able to out tank it. Honestly. Uh, yeah. So without further ado, if you like the content, like, share, and subscribe. Post down in the comments below any complaints, questions, compliments, requests, advice, etc. You can feel free to come by on Twitch. Check me out on Twitch. My handle is below. And what is it? Oh, Google Drive is gonna have this army along with all their armies. This is dumb. This is hella dumb. Cause like, what are you even doing? This to me again is you have a really good back when like Exodia was really efficient for Yu-Gi-Oh. Your opponent, you go first, and you proceed to just go through your entire deck, and that's just current Yu-Gi-Oh special summoning spam, which is so it's just everywhere. It's toxic. And your opponent just has to sit there and basically do nothing if they have no interaction capability. You're just playing with yourself and you're playing with your cards while your opponent watches for 5 minutes. It's so dumb. That's what this is. Your opponent tries to interact with you, and you're like, okay, oh, I lost stuff. Okay, cool. You could just be on your phone and win. And it's not like you interact with them or even do anything. Like, this would be so dumb. If this won a tournament list and got nerfed in the ground, I'd be so happy. I love Necrons, but this is not how the game should be played. This is so dumb. The fact that it works is insane. And this is the better tide. There's only two tides that are good. Silver Tide and Flesh Tide with Imperium. The Flesh Tide of, what is it? Orcs is, because my Orc list kind of has that right now. Boy, it has heavy supports as well that do good work. Because it's got the battle wagons with the upgrades so they can actually do melee, and it's got kill rigs and a beast boss and weird boys so they can actually do work. This, no one can do work. And then Tyranids, their flesh tide, not that good. It's really bad. I've seen someone do it and they lost terribly and I felt bad for it. But yeah, number one right now is probably the White Shield. No, Orc. This, if you count this, it's barely a flesh tide, so it works. Then it's the Cadia. Then there's this. This might win more than those, but damn, it's fucking boring. Yeah. Now I just had to get that in my system. All right, I gotta go take my dog to the doggy daycare. She's gonna go to a spa today, and I'll have a doggy spa, and then I'm gonna clean up and take care of things. If you like this, I don't know, stick around. I'm gonna have more content. I do more gaming vids. Feel free to put down in the comments below if you have any thoughts. Take care. Have a great day.